But you got so much to say.
Do what you wanna, cause we do what we wanna. I said do what you wanna, cause we do what we wanna.
You know about us. But you got so much to say.
Do what you wanna, cause we do what we wanna. I said do what you wanna, cause we do what we wanna. I said do what you wanna, cause we do what we wanna. I said do what you wanna, cause we do what we wanna.
Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
That I embrace education as resistance to inequality.
When people think of women, oftentimes they think of something frilly, if you will. They think of soft-colored flowers and a fruit-like scent, no? The general sense of the word, yeah? You want to know what I think of? Beauty, life, strength, power, empathy, and intelligence of many forms. I think of my mother, grandmother, sister, cousins, closest friends, the lover I haven't met yet. I think about how without question, there be understanding. And when there's not, it is built. I think of an ingenuity, mold shifting, back breaking, hard body, soft soul love. I think of a craving that can't be shook. I think of CEOs, tattoo artists, writers, dancers, mechanics, accountants, teachers. I think of don't tell her what she can do because she probably already did it 1,000 times over. I think of a relentlessness unmatched. And then said, relentlessness, be a hunger. There is indeed a softness no Snuggie can mimic. Though, she be more than that. She be your US rep. She be your VP. She be Adina. She be Dan and Kelly. She be me. She be you. She be us. She be the source. And this be St. Louis Women's March.
What's up, everybody? I am Lydia Caesar, and I am so excited to be here today performing for the Women's March. I am all about moving women forward. I think that this is such a powerful event, and I'm honored to be here to perform. I think that one of my passions is encouraging the younger generation. I always want to be and strive to be a role model, somebody that young girls can look up to and say, you know what? If she can follow her dreams, if she can go after her passions, I can do it too. Because at the end of the day, if you're not living in your passion, are you really living? I don't think so. So I'm excited to perform for y'all today. I hope you enjoy my original song called Woman.
Ha, 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 ha. You do. In the darkest of times, everybody turns to you. A queen on her throne, on top of the world. You had the magic in you from when you were a little girl. Take all I have, I'll still be the golden one, a woman. The whole world at my feet, the chosen one, a woman. The strength of a warrior is all she knows. The shadows try to hide her soul, but still she glows. A queen throne. She's unbreakable. She's love with the heart of an angel. So you could take all I have, I'll still be the golden one, a woman. The whole world at my feet, the chosen one, a woman.
Hello, St. Louis. My name is Yamelcy Rodriguez. My pronouns are she, her, ella, and I am the president and CEO of Planned Parenthood of the St. Louis region in Southwest Missouri. It is my honor to be here with you today in community through the magic of technology for the 5th annual Stl Women'S March. 2020 has been an unprecedented and challenging year for many people. Our staff, patients, and supporters have felt the pain and struggle of this pandemic, but through it all, our communities remain strong, resilient, and determined. Every day, Planned Parenthood Health Centers are proud to play a key role in the St. Louis public health system. Patients are our top priority, and we won't stop providing essential care, including wellness exams, birth control, vaccines, cancer screening, STI testing and treatment, and yes, abortion care in St. Louis. As healthcare providers, educators, and advocates, Planned Parenthood is committed to serving all people with care and respect. That is why earlier this year, we expanded services to include gender-affirming care, including hormone therapy. Our mission calls on us to serve transgender and non-binary people because we know the critical importance of self-determination and bodily autonomy for everyone. In addition to adapting to COVID-19, our community, our state, and the country have been through so much this past year. In Missouri, we celebrated a ruling forcing the state to renew our license as the last center providing abortion in the entire state of Missouri. And we also cheered for another ruling forcing the state to stop discriminating against our patients who rely on Medicaid for their health insurance. Then hundreds of thousands of us from across the country took to the streets in response to the police killings of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd. The truth is, it is not enough to condemn violent acts against Black and brown people. Racism permeates every structure in our society. We must look inward into how white supremacy continues to show up in the institutions we're a part of, and that includes Planned Parenthood. It is only when we acknowledge our own past and our own present that we may begin the hard work of progress. Dismantling the systems of oppression that invade the communities we serve requires that we demand justice, hold offenders accountable, and have difficult conversations inside and outside of our organization. We know that healing requires systemic change and collective action, and we're committed to staying in this work together with our patients, our supporters, and our social justice partners. The November elections brought mixed results for this state, but champions of reproductive health will lead this country, and we made history with the first Black Asian American female vice president, Kamala Harris. And locally, we also made history by electing reproductive freedom champion Cori Bush as the first Black woman to serve in the U.S. House of Representatives from Missouri. For the last 4 years, so many of us have been fighting back attacks on everything that represents progress. Reproductive rights, healthcare, racial justice, immigrants' rights, and more. Now, we are ready to build a strong, healthy future for all. Together, As the country works to begin recovering from these historic challenges, access to sexual and reproductive health care is the foundation for a better future. It is how we build our lives, nurture our families, plan our careers, and strengthen our communities. We will continue to center those who face the greatest barriers to care, like Black, Latina, Indigenous, and other women of color, LGBTQ+ people, and immigrants, to build a stronger future. We must fight even harder to make the future we dream a reality, one where every person's body and rights are protected, no matter who they are, where they live, or how much money they make. We still have a lot of work ahead of us in 2021, but I, for one, am holding on to hope. The grit and determination I have witnessed from this intersectional movement over the past 4 years, and especially through the last few grueling months of 2020, is what keeps me going every day. So thank you for standing with Planned Parenthood and with the patients and communities we serve. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope to see you next year in the streets of St. Louis at the 2022 St. Louis Women's March.
I am enough because I am capable.
I am enough because I am strong.
I am loved.
I am enough because I love to skateboard.
I am enough because I'm brave.
I am enough because I am fierce.
Hello, I'm Gina Martin. I'm the Executive Director at Girls in the Know, and we are so excited to be here today supporting our girls. At Girls in the Know, we exist to make sure every girl knows she is enough. We provide young girls with the resources, tools, and education to navigate their teen years with confidence and make healthy choices. Over 70% of middle school age girls don't believe they're good enough or measure up in some way. And it's our mission at Girls in the Know to make sure our girls know they are enough. Please join us on our mission to empower all of our young girls to have the confidence they need to reach their fullest potential.
Hi everyone, I'm Trish Gunby and I use she, her pronouns. I serve as state representative in the 99th District, which includes Manchester, Twin Oaks, Valley Park, and unincorporated St. Louis County. And I'm thrilled to be a part of this year's St. Louis Women's March. I remember watching 4 years ago following the 2016 presidential election and marching. I carried a sign that said "Justice for All," and I was very proud of myself. You see, as a white woman of privilege living in the suburbs of one of the most segregated regions in the nation, I thought I was really putting myself out there. Little did I know what my future held. My education was just beginning. It started slowly in 2014 following Michael Brown's death and the Ferguson uprising. As Black Lives Matter gained momentum, I prepared myself to see our first female president in 2016. But that was not to be, and I found myself searching for a path out of despair. That path started at the march. I felt like I had found my people. I went on to get involved in voting rights, and in 2019 was elected to the Missouri House in a special election. But looking back, we now know that our efforts were not enough. Marching and tweeting and calling and writing are great, but we must do more. According to a new study co-authored by the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, racial and gender disparities have resulted in growing losses to the U.S. economy, which quite frankly has always been the case. But these gaps are even more devastating today because of a pandemic wherein women have lost jobs at a far greater rate than men. What we're up against as a nation is something that requires much more than a measured response. It requires us to get our hands messy. That starts with education. Educating mostly white people about how we got to where we are today. How the systems white men created are working exactly as they're supposed to do. Sowing inequality, division, divestment, and inequity. I believe that when people hear the truth, and there is such a thing as truth, they will be inspired to learn more and teach others. Then we practice engagement, which is harder. For democracy to survive and flourish, it's not enough to join a book club, listen to a lecture, and mail postcards. One must stir discomfort, create a ripple or a wave. Some close to you may float away, but you'll be enriched by those who flow towards you. And from there, take that energy and make some noise. Perhaps the most crucial way to engage is to run for office, to find someone to run, or to support someone who's running. In a recent study by Hart Research Associates, they found that in this last election cycle, 52% of candidates said they weren't thinking of running until they were encouraged or recruited to do so. That was me. And did you know women require significantly more encouragement than men? Using our state legislature as an example, women make up 26% of the legislature compared to a nationwide average of 31%. Not great, especially when 50 Republicans just won House races across the state without so much as an opponent. So engage in your neighborhoods, at work, with your family and friends, and encourage people, especially women, to run. And when they run, make calls on their behalf, knock doors for them, and if you can, toss them a couple of bucks, because a candidate can't do it alone. In closing, I hope you feel energized to take the next step, to educate and to act. The last 4 years took a wrong turn, but for some, the road has been rocky for decades and needs to be righted. The responsibility falls to us, no matter the discomfort, because to quote someone wiser than I, if you're comfortable in your circle, it's too small and you need to enlarge it. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's Mai Lee. I'm a singer-songwriter born and raised here in St. Louis. Thanks for having me. I am about to perform a single of mine called Vaughn off my upcoming album that should be released in a month or two. So be on the lookout at Miley Music. That's M-A-I-L-E-E Music. Hope y'all ready. Let's get it.
Oh
Being a part of the Stl Women'S March is empowering for me as a writer because I've never done anything like this before. So to be able to take my gift and use it in a positive manner with such a major platform is super, super tight. Just being myself as an individual in Missouri can be difficult because I don't feel like me as an individual is represented here. So it's kind of cool to put my face out for other little kids that look just like me. And to those little kids that look just like me, keep being you. Individuality is a superpower.
Hello, St. Louis. My name is Carrie Fussell. I am the lead singer of Austin-based band Calliope Musicals. I'm also the director of meal support at Free Lunch. My friend Jazz and I started Free Lunch at the beginning of the pandemic, just with the goal of putting healthy food in the bellies of hungry people. Now we're servicing over 100 people 4 meals a week, and we're pretty soon going to be bumping that up to 7 days a week, which we're really excited about. If you want to learn more about Free Lunch, you can go to freelunchatx.com. St. Louis, I love your city. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. I've been grateful enough to spend some time there, and all the art and the color and the people, and probably best of all, the community. It's such a powerful and empowering place, and I really appreciate the work that you're doing. Coming all the way from down here in Texas, we really look up to you, and we want to be like you. We're going to sing a song called Fear This Body, and we're going to start by taking a big stretch, spreading our fingers as wide as they'll go, and showing our teeth and saying, I will not fear this body. I will not doubt its power. I will not fear this body. I will not doubt its power. My soul came straight from space, plays house behind this face. It's only my home for now, till I grow weary of this body like a glove. I'm saving up for summertime. I will not fear this body. I will not doubt its power. I will not fear this body. I will not doubt its power. I will not fear this body. I will not doubt its power. I will not fear this body. I will not doubt its power. Was given legs to run up mountains towards the sun, 'cause freedom is what I crave, and I will reach the day when my mouth moves to say I've loved you in all your glory. I will not Love you so much, St. Louis. See ya.
Hello, this is Kim Gardner, Circuit Attorney for the City of St. Louis. I want to lend my support to the Women's March taking place this weekend. We have to support and fight for the rights for women to have a thriving community, equal access to a livable wage, as well as equal access to valuable employment. We want to support the change for social justice and be inclusive of all communities. But we have to make sure everyone living inside our city, our state, and our nation has equal rights to a quality of life. So I want to lend my support to the Women's March and to everyone who is doing this great work.
What's up, Women's March? 2021 has brought us an unusual format, but here we are. Grateful to be here with you. My name is J. Marie Hill. I'm the co-founder of the Moho Justice Coalition. I'm also the trans justice organizer with the ACLU of Missouri, a member of the coalition. So what is the Moho Justice Coalition? You might be wondering. So we are a coalition that started late 2019 and partnered with many different individuals and organizations around the Missouri region with focuses in St. Louis and Kansas City to highlight the ways that sex workers are actually left out of the conversation of safety, protection, and power building. Sex workers are people who trade resources for pleasure using erotic labor, and you might have heard them referred to as prostitutes. The reason we don't use that term is because it comes with a harmful connotation of stigma and criminality. And we want to make sure that when we're seeking to keep people safe, we are using not only the right terms, but the terms that actually confer the most dignity. So our work in Missouri ranges from education events monthly to calls to equip workers and to do mutual aid. We also have a report that we published in 2020 that is beautiful. Please visit mohojustice.com/report to read it. You can also read up on our blog. We most recently put up a post about the mayoral race and making sure that all candidates are using the correct terminology, because that is also an indicator of who they are willing to keep safe and who, what conversations they're willing to have, which, many people have a hard time clarifying that sex trafficking is different from sex work. So that is something that we help people do. We don't want people to conflate them, so we can actually keep everybody safe in the industry, regardless of the expectation that is actually true to all industries, but people focus on sex work because we just gotta, educate and equip people. So please check us out, mohojustice.com. The report is beautiful. Check us out on Instagram. We are here to not only get the conversation started, but really to keep folks safe and to bring all, law enforcement, healthcare, policy, everything needs to be focused on, differentiating the conflation of sex work and trafficking, and to really passing policy, decriminalizing sex work so that people understand we are here to get the people exploiting people, not the people who are skillfully and, willingly providing pleasure to people who need it. Sex workers make the world go round, y'all, whether we want to admit it or not. It was the first job, it will be the last job. Check us out, learn more, we need you. Let's make Missouri safer for everybody. And this state deserves you, people need your services, and you deserve to be safe while doing that. So check us out online, mohojustice.com. Make sure you know sex workers work. See y'all soon.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Thompson, and I work at Planned Parenthood as the Youth Programs Lead, which means I spend most of my time leading a very special program for high school-aged teenagers called Teen Advocates for Sexual Health, or TASH. TASH is an education-based group seeking to center learning sexual health through a lens that is both sex-positive and identity-informed. TASH members have the opportunity to learn about an array of sexual health topics like healthy relationships, consent, gender identity, masturbation, media literacy, race, pleasure, and so much more. Listening to youth and shaping their education around the knowledge that they are asking to receive is a crucial part of TASH. We believe that young people have the right to receive medically accurate information regarding their body and their sexuality that is free of shame or judgment. In addition to this, we believe that teenagers, regardless of gender identity, sexual orientation, ability, or race, deserve access to comprehensive sexual education. Not only one that is inclusive of marginalized identities, but one that was specifically created with those marginalized identities in mind. As you can imagine, our curriculum changes year to year and even moment to moment at time. This is something that we as an organization take a lot of pride in, as well as being something that sets us apart from other more conventional forms of sex education geared towards teens. However, I do not believe that providing teenagers with our education model are opening up the conversation to pleasure in their sexual lives is a radical act. In a lot of ways, I think that our students are moving Missouri forward by normalizing this discourse amongst their peers, as well as pushing for change in a multitude of ways within their community. TASH students are regularly involved in advocacy, both in the larger sphere of politics in the state of Missouri, as well as the smaller, more intimate environments of their schools and homes. This advocacy ranges all the way from lobbying in Jefferson City to participating in community outreach events and holding their school communities accountable for pursuing change. As a graduate of TASH, I can attest to the fact that this program empowered me to continue this work. My hope is that we will continue to inspire TASH students to make a change in their circles of influence and within their communities. Thank you all for your time, and if you know any high school age teenagers, let them know to apply for TASH in this upcoming academic year. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Deb Lavender. I'm proud to have participated in all 5 St. Louis Women's Marches and honored to speak with you today. It was very empowering to participate in the first march in 2017, where upwards of 15,000 people marched in unity, solidarity, and peace, stepping into the opportunity for change. I know a bit about being persistent. I ran for state representative 4 times before I finally won. I never gave up and had the great honor to serve and work for the people of Missouri these last 6 years. This year, many of us are celebrating the election of Vice President Kamala Harris. Hillary Clinton put millions of cracks into the glass ceiling 4 years ago. And this year, Vice President Harris, with support, effort, and work from most of you, pushed through the ceiling, finally electing a woman and a woman of color to the 2nd highest office in the United States. Hopefully, you have celebrated this huge win for women of color and immigrant women, because now it's time to get back to work. There is much to do. We must work to ensure our elected leaders represent our views and continue to work for the changes that will make a lasting difference. If you're like me, living in Missouri, I get tired and wonder if I can make a difference in this very rural state, where the legislature is consistently pushing issues that do not promote the welfare of the people. We are not working on childcare, healthcare, food deserts, or transportation. The legislature is making it harder for people to vote and are turning a blind eye to racial and gender equality. That is why we work, even when we're tired. We work for our children, family, friends, and our future. Over the last decade, we've seen an erosion of rights across the nation. Laws have been enacted making it harder to vote, ignoring gender identification, and continue to leave issues that affect women at higher rates unresolved. Childcare, healthcare, and pay equity. For the last decade, Honorable Stacey Abrams has been a force of nature to empower communities of color by creating voters. She doesn't just register people, she and the organizations around her keep people engaged until they become voters. This is the task in front of us, to organize and create voters to elect officials who will work for equality across the spectrum. All we have to do is follow the example of these and hundreds of women whose shoulders we stand on, who work tirelessly to make their future better. Ms. Tubman said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today.
Hi, I am Leslie Gill, President of Run for Women. I am so excited to be joining you today and supporting the women's movement in St. Louis. Run for Women is a new nonprofit dedicated to helping women transform their lives. Women can move from surviving to thriving. Our goal is to ensure that more women make more money, and so we offer a variety of services around career exploration, and direct connection between where a woman is right now and where she wants to be, connecting her with employers and mentors and women who have achieved a certain level of success in their field and now are willing to bring someone else along. So our career offerings are really robust. And again, we just really want more women to make more money and to be prepared for the new economy post-COVID.
Hey everybody, my name is Teresa Payne. I am a performing artist hailing straight out of St. Louis, Missouri. I am honored to be a part of this Women's March event. I've been singing around St. Louis for over 15 years, and I've always made it my passion to inspire, motivate, and uplift. So when you hear this song, Keep Dreaming, I hope that it inspires you to keep going for everything that you love. And what is more powerful than being a woman going for her dreams? Listen up, everybody. Keep dreaming. Yeah. Mr. Philip Graves. They say my head's up in the clouds, and if I dream any bigger, yeah, it'll all come crashing down. But what they don't know is that this is the moment that I've been waiting for, yeah, where I don't even care about the road that's in front of me, just as long as it gets me there. So forget what they say, you gotta do whatever it takes just to keep your dreams alive, and know what's on the other side of this hope, yeah, and believe it's not in vain, yeah. Keep dreaming, 'cause it'll be real life one day. They say you're floating with the stars, yeah, and if you're dreaming higher, yeah, you'll be resting on Mars. But what they don't know is that Mars ain't the highest place that you're trying to go. It's just another place to check off your list, and you're gonna soar to higher heights once you finish this, yeah. So hold on to your dreams and forget what they say. You gotta do whatever it takes just to keep your dreams alive, and know what's on the other side of this hope, yeah, and believe it's not in vain, yeah. Keep dreaming, 'cause it'll be real life one day. Keep your dreams alive, and know what's on the other side of this hope, yeah, and believe it's not in vain, yeah. Keep dreaming. Now, if you're at home, I want you to sing this with me. Say, keep dreaming, yeah. Keep dreaming, you got it. Keep dreaming, yeah. Forget what they say, you gotta do whatever it takes just to keep dreaming, yeah. Keep dreaming, oh yeah. Keep dreaming. Forget what they say, you gotta do whatever it takes. Oh, just keep, yeah, your dreams alive, and know, yeah, what's on the other side of this hope, yeah, and believe it's not in vain, yeah. Keep dreaming, 'cause it'll be real life one day. You believe that? Yeah, it'll be real life one day. Yeah, it'll be real life one day. Yeah, it'll be real life one day. Keep dreaming, y'all, 'cause it'll be real life one day. Peace.
Hello, Women's March St. Louis. I am so grateful to be back with you this morning.
Our march this year is different for a few reasons. First, and most obviously, we're gathered here virtually. We're marching today for the women who are frontline workers, a disproportionate number of whom are Black women who we've lost to COVID-19. Secondly, we are marching at a time when we have ousted the white supremacist in chief. That was the tireless work of organizers on the front lines who got people registered to vote, out to the polls, and made sure our voices were heard. We're marching at a time when you helped elect our district's first Black Congresswoman and our state's first Black Congresswoman. And to you all, I am forever grateful. But the fact that the white supremacist in chief is no longer in office, the fact that we've made progress does not mean our work is done. We must move forward, unabashedly intersectional, so that all women, Black women, brown women, trans women, disabled women can feel safe in our country. Right here in Missouri, we have so much work to do. The right to access an abortion continues to come under attack. We have a senator who endorses white supremacy. We continue to face an epidemic of police violence. We are less than 1 year removed from when Breonna Taylor was murdered just 4 hours away in Louisville. And this pandemic has illuminated the deep health inequities here in St. Louis. We've lost 2 times the amount of Black women as white women in St. Louis City. So as we move forward, St. Louis, we need to be together, united in a future that will bring justice for all of us. Justice for all of us. So I ask you, what is your work going to be? Will you knock doors? Will you make phone calls? Will you call your friends? Will you protest? Will you demand more from your elected officials? Because if we don't get justice. So what does your work look like? Thank you to those who have been working, who have been knocking and calling and working your networks. But now we're going to take it even a step higher. There's so much work to do, and it's in our hands right now. So we need you. We need all of us working together. It is within our reach to change the face of Missouri politics. How do I know? It's what the St. Louis Women's March has been fighting to do for years and continues to fight for today. You know inside of you what your work is. So now, go out and get it done. Bring a friend, and we will see the change that we deserve. It's up to all of us. Today is your day. Today is your moment. Remember who you're standing next to. Remember how powerful that woman is next to you. Remember the work that you did last year and last week and how much greater that work is going to be tomorrow. And that starts today. This is your work. This is your moment. Go out and get it done, and let's change Missouri, and let's affect this entire country. You have that power, and I'm right there with you. Thank you, and let's do this together.
Hi everybody, my name is Aloha and this is a public service announcement. I love your hair! I love your hair! I love your hair! I love your hair! I love your hair!
How you do it, girl? I'm so amazed.
I love your hair!
That baby her with them box braids.
I love your hair!
You give me life, but put me in my grave.
I love your hair!
When I see you, bitch, you can't behave.
I love your hair!
Yes, I do.
I love your hair!
I love your hair.
I love your hair!
Ooh, ooh.
I love your hair!
yes I do. I love your hair. I love your hair.